Once again to the Pulse. Chance is feeling it. Lauren Lease is feeling it with the bunny ears. And we're feeling it too before we move on to our final real talking points, which is just going to be a little bit of a free-form discussion with the whole group. We do want to share the votes with everybody. Lauren Lease, how did it go?
Question was, will Team Liquid's Brood War League be a success? Ben didn't think that question was fair, but the answer is no.
Oh, God.
With 61%.
Pretty convincing.
Chat on my side. Thank you, chat. But
I still don't like the
yeah,
term
I know, it's a loaded
success.
question.
That's a little bit, yeah, come on, guys.
It's like, yeah,
well,
you guys
wrote the question.
You guys at home know.
You did write the question.
Ben's like, I don't like who wrote this question.
No, I did write the question. Here's the question.
This question
Here's the
is
question
not
that I
fair. Who
wrote.
wrote it?
Will you guys watch the Legacy Star League? Lauren, walk us through the voting.
Oh.
The question is
Question mark,
right
period,
here on my paper
Lauren
and
Walkers.
my screen.
well,
So
we
back
can
on.
interpret it that they're not.
So
the majority is not going to
fault.
watch.
That's what you're saying. Lauren's fault.
Just blame it on the girl.
100% Lauren's
I
Blame
blame
it on
it on
the girl
Chance.
shoved in the corner.
Chance is the guy that
That's
that
always the
approves all of our
polite
graphics.
gentleman
I
thing
don't
to
know.
do.
But if you want to support esports, make sure to go to Liquipedia and put in your entries there.
PayPal.com/clutch.
Hey,
Donations.
we have a little bit of proof that we are live, by the way.
Yes, this just
this is
in. Breaking news. Everybody's talking about it. Parting officially joins SKT1.
SK Telecom T1
So-
parting. I can see myself saying that on a stage.
All right, we got to talk about this.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's talk this boxer.
Okay, so I think
But
this
we're
is,
not going to. Night, guys.
Dan, go ahead. I want to hear what you have to say about this.
I think this is what's going to help push SK Telecom a little bit farther up. A lot of people had expectations as one of the favorites coming into Pro League. They're ranked third right now with a +4 map score, but they're only 6-4. They've been barely winning, barely losing. Last night, again, losing despite having a really strong start. They've had really good Protoss players too, man. They have Rain. They have what are you scoffing at? You
Yeah,
don't think
like
Rain's good?
Rain and Parting on the same team. Like, I don't know, man.
You think
It's a lot of void race.
Yeah.
It's a lot
I
of void
don't like
race.
that. I don't like that.
you don't like that?
No, because they are both like Protoss powerhouses, and I don't really like to see them
But
on
they're
the same
such
team.
different players.
Yeah.
That's true.
I love Hero to... No, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding, everybody. I'm sorry. But
well, I mean,
imagine if
Rain,
Hero's on that
Parting,
team.
Hero, and Hero.
Whoa!
Whoa. Double
No,
heroes.
I would hate it if Hero ever left Team Liquid. But actually, let's go back to what we were talking about. Sorry.
Well, I think it's going to push them like to a really strong point. A lot of the Kespa maps, Protoss can be really good on it, especially, well, I don't know about the new versions of some stuff, but in the previous round one, Protoss was really good on a lot of the maps. I think Party can adapt really well. I think it's really funny that he's in Pro League now, especially since Flying was like calling him a dishwasher boy back in OSL. Now he has a chance to fight against him because Wujin starts in second place. I think SK Telecom will get maybe second, maybe in first place.
Yeah.
That would be pretty sweet.
One thing I hope, too, that happens because of this, him being on a Kespa team, Boxer being the coach of SK Telecom T1, you know, I got to talk with him for a little bit when he would attend MLGs, and this guy is such a powerhouse. I mean, he brings so many fans, and I think he's going to make a great mentor. At the same time, I feel he's a really important voice to his team and to Kespa of that Kespa needs to be more open to the foreign scene, and these players should be able to travel and participate in more tournaments outside of South Korea.
I just want Parting to teach Bisu how to use War Prism Micro because Bisu needs to become relevant in StarCraft II, man.
He will. He will.
Yeah.
He-
I mean, I
Give him
think
time.
that's actually a big
Have
push.
you seen his play though? His play looks so shaky.
Well, it also
Like,
took
he's
a long
losing to the
time
most
for
silly
BC to
things.
develop as a Brood War player, too.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a
very
long
time. And even when he did, nobody gave him recognition until the finals where he
Where
went to.
BC,
Yeah.
I mean, on one end, I'm really excited to see him in Pro League. Other end, I'm also a little bit sad because this might mean that we're going to see less of him in foreign tournaments. And I was actually starting to feel that Parting was sort of becoming like an MC, you know, with a lot of character. Because Parting ain't afraid to speak his mind, ain't afraid to like make some fun. If someone is mocking him, I don't know if you see the series that Combat X played against him, like he was really just keeping up with Combat X in like funny moments and stuff. And he was just a great guy. And overall, like his interviews, he's very well outspoken. So I really thought that he was going to be like one of those super outspoken Koreans that we're going to see a lot. They're going to love and do crazy stuff like dances on stages and stuff. And I'm afraid that if we won't see him that much at foreign tournaments anymore, that might get lost in translation a little bit.
Why is there this like universally accepted notion that a Kespa player won't play at any foreign events?
No, I don't say he won't. I'm just saying it's going to be less.
Yeah.
Okay, so Why SKT1 of all places?
Because what he did was he entered into like a bidding, and he
YouTube money, that's why.
YouTube
He negotiated with
Internet money,
Kespa,
son.
and Kespa said, "Okay, we'll give you
Somebody
this much
change
contract."
those cards to
and
dollar sign. There it
whichever
is.
team has the money, they will bid on him, and then they'll be able to get him.
Yeah, so it comes down to
graphic.
well, what were we saying? Money and power, man.
Money and power.
That's what it
That's
is.
the exact point you made earlier.
I want to know.
So Andre wins the day.
Boom.
I want to
We're
know
done.
if whether or not you guys think Rain or Parting will be the Protoss ace for SK Telecom.
Rain.
Parting.
Parting.
I think Rain still be too.
Really?
Parting. I'm gonna say
Think
Parting.
You know what?
Party
I
has
think
more to
it's
prove.
good.
Soul
Because
Train.
they have
He's on
such
the
different styles. That's actually a really good tool to use whenever they're looking at the ace and
Yeah, that's true.
anticipating
That's
someone
true.
else.
It's
So
absolutely true. There have been a couple other team moves that we can touch on just since we are sort of wrapping things up. Snoot recently announced to have moved over to Team Liquid. That is awesome. I want to just attest to my fanboyism of Snoot. I've not been like, I'm not the hipster Snoot fan because like for a long time I was like, nah, I don't know about
Even when
this
you were
guy.
casting him in ONOG, you're like, I don't think this is gonna work. Stu
Right,
Stu
right.
wins.
I was like, every game.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Seriously.
Like,
This is not
that is-
looking all that good for Snoot.
That is so true. That is 100% true. But what I want to say is that Snoot has never said, I want to copy somebody else. He has always done his own thing. And he has won, and he has won, and he has won. And now here he has developed into a phenomenal player who has his own style, who is very difficult to play against because of that. And Liquid is a phenomenal fit for Snoot.
I agree. I think it's super awesome. He's been working so hard for such a long time. I had a chance of talking a lot with him at the recent Home Story Cup. We spent a lot of time even after the event and before the event as well. He was so extremely happy. He's so passionate about StarCraft. There's really nothing you cannot like about Snoot unless he bailing buses you on Antigua using the goal. But other than that, there's no reason to dislike this guy. He's adorable. He's awesome. He's hardworking. He's a perfect fit with Team
I do
Liquid.
think his ZVP is a little bit weird.
Everybody
right now.
does. It's bizarre, but he keeps winning.
He does keep winning, but just like Golden, he has the most bizarre ZVP as well. I feel like the scene is so used to this infestor-heavy style, and once someone really trains like something like of GSL, if he went to GSL and someone studied him, he'd die. I really think so.
That's a very real possibility.
I feel that a European player is a really good fit for Team Liquid. I mean, they have some really strong Koreans, as we saw in 2012.
On Team Liquid.
Well, hold on. In 2012, it was the year of Liquid, as many say. It was really good to see. But I feel that Snoot will help the team in certain areas, but also will benefit a lot from his teammates.
Yeah. Golden also moves over to StarTale. It's a very cool piece of news because Golden, we all sort of fell in love a little bit with him at our finals. He's just he's the Canadian Zerg.
He's a betrayer.
He's the sorry.
Sorry, betrayer.
Sorry, I'm betrayer.
We must
That's so
attack.
funny.
Who?
I'm glad to see him finding a home. There's also rumors that Hart and Alicia might be moving over to Axiom, which kind of jumps into another point that I want to just mention. Slasher's been catching a lot of flack on Twitter for dropping news.
I think that's ridiculous.
What's that all
I know.
about?
He's doing his job.
He's a journalist. He's paid to drop the news, guys.
Yeah,
He's
it's
paid to
like-
get in, too.
If you're pissed about this news getting out, then keep your damn mouth shut.
He's been doing this for a long time, being involved
Yeah.
in esports. He has a proven track record and contacts and networking, so I feel he does a great job of what he
He
does.
deserves so much crap if the sources are wrong. Okay?
Yes.
But if the sources are continuously right, then shut
let
your mouth.
Let me rephrase that. He deserves so much crap because he's Slasher.
Hey, I give Slasher a lot of crap every time I see him, but I really, really respect everything that he does.
Yeah,
He's a great
I do too.
provider to
I do
the
too.
scene.
And a big shout
Like-
out to GameSpot as well, because on the forums sometimes people post like, who cares about people, about esports and people getting paid to play video games, and they like to be trolls. But
yeah.
GameSpot and Slasher make great content, great interviews, and they post it continually. And I'm starting to see a shift in the forums of people like, oh, I didn't know about this before, but thanks for posting this. And again, it's a process, man, but I feel they're doing a great job in that sense.
It's a step in the
good
right
stories.
direction too. In real sports, the journalists are the ones breaking the news.
Yeah,
They're
Not
the ones.
the teams.
The teams. I know the teams want to make a big build-up, and of course, Team Liquid
Guess
is.
what? We signed LeBron.
Yeah.
Team Liquid is also a news source, so I can understand with the Snoot announcement. But at the same time, people want it both ways. Like they want the information, but they're also getting mad at the people giving them information.
Yeah.
They're getting mad at the people trying to question things. Like Richard A. Lewis got in trouble too on Twitter trying to really do some articles and stuff. People need to give the journalists.
He was being a derp.
But people need to give journalists more credit and really try to push that. You know, Tobo Peon, he tried going to journalism, didn't work out for him either. So like, I think people want it, but they're not willing to support it, and that's just
what's difficult. What's difficult is to ask the hard questions sometimes. I mean, we are so kind of tight knit in this community, and money doesn't flow from anywhere here. It's not a fountain of unending dollars in esports, and so the difficult position of being a journalist is you don't want to burn any bridges, but at the same time,
you gotta burn some.
You gotta burn something.
You
gotta burn something to put the story out there, and I believe that Slasher's
opinion is just let's just watch the world burn.
It's not even that. It's just the truth getting out there, and sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative, and it's negative for some people, positive for some people, and he's being impartial. I agree with everything that he's doing. I think criticism should be there. Of course, I find it weird that criticism wouldn't be there, but I think how certain people have been reacting to him is really uncalled for and unjustified.